Welcome back. Today we'll experience a little flash of clairvoyance, a little piece of American history, some space news, a birthday, a song, and a quote. So grab your favorite cuppa, settle in, and let's check it out. Hi there, and welcome to this day in history for September 5th. September 5th is the 248th day of the year in the Gregorian calendar, 249th in leap years, with 117 days remaining to the end of the year. Today's word is clairvoyance. Clairvoyance is a noun that means the power or faculty, the ability of discerning objects or matters not present to the physical senses. The power of seeing or knowing about things that are not present to the senses. I think a lot of people think of clairvoyance as some sort of psychic ability. And indeed, clairvoyance might show itself as an accurate psychic prediction or series of them, but clairvoyance can also show itself in more of an everyday phenomenon of a sense of knowing, as in a thought or an idea. No evidentiary reason to know it, and you don't know how you know it, but you do. Police investigators might call it a hunch. Some people might experience a fairly pervasive sense of this phenomenon a great deal of the time. Some may experience it occasionally, which can be quite useful if they heed the message. And some seem never to experience any sense of clairvoyance. As a person who occasionally experiences flashes of what I'd call strong intuition, I see that some of these flashes of intuition qualify, by definition, as clairvoyance. Like that time I felt a sudden sense of urgency to pull over and get off the highway moments before a chain reaction crash happened. Was that clairvoyance or premonition? I don't know. I don't get that sense very often, but I sure had a strong one that time. The word clairvoyance comes to us ultimately from Latin, where it was a couple of words put together into one that meant clear and seeing. Clear seeing. First known use of this word, clairvoyance, was in 1838. Clairvoyance. And with that, back before Texas became a state of the United States of America, it was its own outfit known as the Republic of Texas. And on September 5th, 1836, Sam Houston was elected as the first president of the Republic of Texas. This is the birthday of Scottish singer-songwriter Al Stewart, born September 5th, 1945 in Greenock, Renfrewshire, Scotland, and raised in England. He had an early interest in making music. He became part of the British folk rock festival of the 1960s and 70s and developed a unique style. He has released 16 studio albums and 4 live albums, and may be best known for his songs The Year of the Cat and Time Passages, both of whose albums hit platinum status in the United States, meaning they sold over 1 million copies each. They did well around the world as well. Still alive and still working. Happy birthday, Al Stewart. NASA launched the Voyager 1 spacecraft on September 5th, 1977. Voyager's program mission was to study the outer solar system and beyond, and by golly, it's still out there, the most distant human-made object from Earth. As far as I can tell, is still clicking along these 48 years later. Voyager 1. When I saw Al Stewart's name on the birthday list, I thought, Year of the Cat. So let's talk about that one today. Written by Al Stewart and Peter Wood, Year of the Cat was released as a single in July of 1976 and then released as the title track on his 7th studio album, Year of the Cat, in October of that same year. The story is that Al was, in that time, quite taken with Bob Dylan's Of songs, Masters of War, Chimes of Freedom, Simple Twist of Fate. He felt that the preposition of gave these titles a portentous feeling, portentous as in hinting or suggesting that something important is about to happen, portentous. Then his girlfriend had been reading a book on Vietnamese astrology that's similar to Chinese astrology, except some of the animals are different. The Vietnamese sign of the cat, for example, equates to the Chinese sign of the rabbit. She'd been reading this book on Vietnamese astrology and left the book open to the year of the cat, and that phrase caught in his mind. Along that same time, he saw the movie Casablanca on television, and the opening verse of the song about a morning in a Bogart movie came to him. Always fascinating to me how inspiration occurs to creatives, and then they create something of it, as Al Stewart has done with this song. Incidentally, it happened to be during the Vietnamese Year of the Cat when the song, The Year of the Cat, was written and recorded. How about that? The Year of the Cat by Al Stewart. Link in the description. How about that? Today's quote is attributed to Neil Armstrong, first person to walk on the moon. It might have been said initially about the wonders of space, but I think it's applicable in any area of learning, and it is: mystery creates wonder, and wonder is the basis of man's desire to understand. Neil Armstrong. All righty, y'all take care. Be good to each other. I'll see you next time. And I think that's going to do it for us today. Thank you so much for watching. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Feel free to share this video with a link in your email, messaging, or social media. If you enjoy this series, you can check out the playlists in the description. You can find me on BitChute, Facebook, Odyssey, Rumble, YouTube, and X, as well as on a blog page called No Really. No Really. No, really. Consider following my Day in History page on Facebook if you're on Facebook. I also have a Patreon account now, or you can buy me a coffee. All those links are in the description. Alrighty, that's all I can think of right now. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.